All right, y'all, welcome back. As we get into this, Rick Ross responds to Drake's Push-Ups track with champagne moments, a response of his own, right? So he responds back to some shots thrown by Drake. He says he's calling him white boy, and we have a selection going on. What is Drake's mixed race? His mother's white, if I'm not mistaken. And then, trending, you get the OJ refurbished race story, right? All with the selection coming around the corner. It's no coincidence Rick Ross bringing up white boy, taking shots at the light skinned rapper, right? So and there you go, OJ still trending right there. All right. Um, so Rick Ross claims Drake got a nose job. Okay. What else does it say here? Rick Ross recently dissed Drizzy with his song Champagne Moments. In the response to push ups, Drake's like, drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 50. I mean, we know about the Rick Ross beef with 50 Cent. Not to mention Rick Ross, kind of a heavy set guy, but I mean, he's lost some pounds, hasn't he? But still, drop and give me 50. He say he's nearly 50 years old? Pushing 50, I think is what he said, something like that. But it's interesting with these characters. I'm going to show you how all of this is connected, right? I already mentioned Kendrick Lamar and the J. Cole and Drake, all of this. J. Cole with the middle name Lamar, and Kendrick's last name Duckworth, and Drake is a male duck, a mallard. And who's going to be ducking who here? Well, doesn't seem like much of that going on. J. Cole apologized to Kendrick and that issue, right? So, and then he accused him of stealing his style from Lil Wayne. I guess possibly. I mean, what's going on with Lil Wayne? I mean, that was a talented rapper, right? Drake, if that is the case, maybe not the only one. Rick Ross' claim of Drake sending a cease and desist letter could be for French Montana's song Splash Brothers. Rick Ross' claim on a new diss track that Drake sent a cease and desist letter to French Montana could be a result of the song Splash Brothers, which initially featured French, Rozay, and Drizzy. And remember, you got the single Shooter, Drake, and J. Cole, and then that Like That track, Kendrick saying, Big Three, it's just Big Me, right? All of that. So, okay, and there's probably more with these character names. Is that Abraham Lincoln on the chest right there? Politics. We mentioned a selection year. If I didn't, yeah, it's a selection year. And Rick Ross, we could have went several ways with this, but we don't have all day. Now he's 48, and we had the eclipse day, and this number's hitting pretty heavy right now. The eclipse was 4/8. And again, this character big enough to probably cover the sun in this pic here. And remember, Jelly Roll was all synced up as well. Also a big guy, right? Cleaned up at the CMT Awards. So, William Leonard Roberts II, known professionally as Rick Ross, American rapper, record executive, influential figure in modern hip hop music. Rick Ross has become known for his booming vocal performance, larger than life persona, and vivid lyrical imagery. You know, um, champagne moments. Look at the language right here, okay? And that 48, that might hit elsewhere, but it has to be noted, right? And the 48th prime's 223. Uh, you know, Donald equals 23. Just kind of a side note there. But champagne moments, 68, champagne 68, the name, William Roberts. It says right there Rick Ross's name. 68. Remember we had 68 teams join the basketball tournaments, right? Basketball 68. And there's probably more with that. Okay? But and this is the language here. Numbers are equivalent to letters. It's the alphabet forwards. You see right there ordinal, and just with the reduction, you reduce it at the double digit 10th letter, J, and beyond. You just add the two digits together. Pretty simple. Okay? And of course, Drake's birthday leaves 68 days in the year. You see it? That's the upcoming birthday right there. And he's born in 1986. You get that reflection, right? I don't know if you want to have that number attached, but it happens, right? But what would be the odds there? And that's Champagne Poppy, right? Drake, the nickname. That's interesting because you get Big Papa with Biggie, and we'll see how that hits. And you get the Diddy thing, Daddy. What's going on with these characters, y'all? I mean, can they all get exposed? Does it have to be just one character, Diddy, as the fall guy? I mean, Drake had an incident with the youngster, if I'm not mistaken. Did that get swept under the rug? I mean, I'm pretty sure I heard that, right? Champagne moments, Rick Ross. So, champagne moments right here. Rick Ross has fired back at Drake with his ominous response track called Champagne Moments. 67 in ordinal, ABC 123. Okay, that's the 39th prime number. Leonard equals 39. That's the middle name for Rick Ross, right? Right there. And Drake equals 39 in ordinal. Reverse reduction, Canada. Drake out of Canada. Canada 39. Okay, and I mentioned Rick Ross has become known for his booming vocal performance. Okay, larger than life persona. You see, booming, Metro Boomin, synced up in this whole issue with Future. Kendrick had the track. What was it called? Like That. Taking the shots, right? It's just me. It's not the big three. J. Cole, Kendrick, what's up? Right? Metro Boomin. Okay. Drake says, Metro, shut your hoe ass and make some drums. N word. See that? And let's go, let me go over here real quick. Let me pull it up right here. Let me see if I can play a couple seconds of this. Let me maybe slow it down a little bit. I'm ready. I'm ready, white boy. See? I'm ready, white boy. Huh? I know you got your Dockers on with no underwear, white boy. What is that about? Why did Rick Ross say, I know you got your Dockers on with no underwear, white boy? You get the race thing right before the selection, tugging at the emotions from the OJ case. They say killing the white woman, but clear to that. I mean, what's up with the script, right? Supposedly, here, let's kick that back again. Yeah, you had that surgery, that six-pack going, that's why you went. Saying he has surgery. Hopefully I don't have to edit this. I know you got your Dockers on with no underwear, white boy. Okay. And look, as far as the script, a decent track, right? You know what I mean? I can kind of separate. I vibed with it a little bit. I'm just saying. The Drake one was decent too. Kind of like the Rick Ross one a little better. I ain't gonna lie. You probably ain't gonna see the views hit though, right? Here goes Drake. 37, 38th year of life. Aubrey Drake Graham right there. Rick Ross. We hit on the age. Okay, now let's get back to it now. All right. It's easy money. Let's get back over here. So Kendrick Lamar, the diss on Drake, J. Cole, on the Future and Metro Boomin's like that. And we just hit that connection. I mean, really, they're gonna say that with Rick Ross, booming vocal performance. And he hit on that track is pretty decent. Okay. Metro Boomin. Is that I don't know who's on the necklace. I don't want to speculate. But you know how they do get down in the industry. You see Ross looks like he's throwing up the pyramid. And I think he's got the song Freemason as well. And is it Rick Ross? That may just be all be a distraction because he's already copying a character, Rick Ross, if I'm not mistaken. And even like 50 Cent isn't, with the 50 Cent drop and give me 50, that's just a character as well, right? And they tell you they're characters. And if those other characters are real or not, I mean, it's kind of besides the point. And you see the pyramid. So push-ups. Drake apparently responds to Kendrick's Lamar diss track with push-ups. And, these aren't heavy diss tracks like back in the day. Back in the days, like more blunt, right? And you're going to get two different dates with this diss track. It says surfaced on social media the 13th, but then it's like apparently dropped on the 14th. So, I mean, either way, if you use the span, which we have coming up with the dates, it's going to hit. But yeah, and back in the day, my favorite, I like the game diss tracks. He would really destroy folks. 50 Cent, Meek Mill. I kind of go with the game. The Slim Shady one was decent. But anyways, that's just a part of the script, right? But push-ups, look at this. 69, 33, and 120, just like Leonard, the middle name for Ross. And you see Drake has the 33, Graham has the 33, Graham has the 30. All like push-ups, right? That's interesting. And it's that was the track like that Kendrick jumped on with the Metro Boomin track with Future. And you know what? Drake says something like, "This ain't even all I know." And didn't Nicki Minaj say that too with the Meg the Stallion? They want this beef and this drama before this election too. But he says, "Don't you don't want to wake the demon up or something?" I think that's what he said, Drake. And that's Future's is it his middle name? Demon? Yeah, I think so. And I don't know if people caught that. Okay? But look, fired back supposedly. Look at how it syncs up. And there it is, Leonard. Push-ups, drop and give me 50, right? Champagne moments. That's interesting because Pusha T had the Drake diss, and that was amazing as well, wasn't it? Pusha T, the story of Added On. That's the son. That's interesting because it's like added on, like a birth, right? You're added on to the script. I'm not sure if that's exactly how you pronounce it, but that's interesting. Pusha T with that diss. That was at least 5 years ago, right? And you get push ups, and the world is just kind of synced. And Drake with the blackface, and you see how again the world is fake because they're calling him white boy, and we got the selection, and this could tug at some emotions as well, like the OJ, uh, Nicole Brown Simpson, Ron Gold, man, orange juice, right? Situation, all of that. So that's interesting right there. I don't know if a lot of people are going to catch that, okay? And that was he was hiding his child, had the child with the porn star. and sympathy with the children as that's brought up because we know how they get down. Okay. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Pusha T. Kind of looks like Kendrick Lamar, too. That's interesting as well. And that's going to hit with something else coming up here. Wow. Okay. Here's Drake. So 173 days. Now we're taking that April 14th. You see Finally Unleashed, and it said Surface the day prior. Either way, you could use the span, but it works like this, doesn't it? 173 days after his birthday, it drops. That's the 40th prime. Champagne equals 40. And remember the Champagne Moments track, Rick Ross response back to Drake. Drop it, you know, drop and give me 50. 50 with that beef. And he probably said a few more lines. You're almost 50, right? But yeah, and US equals 40 and 4, United States equals 40, right? And with the selection thing going on. And you saw, was it Abraham Lincoln, the tattoo on Rick Ross? Is it the real Rick Ross? I don't know. But finally unleashed the diss track. I mean, look at that. What else does it say? Debuted on DJ Academic's stream as he played the song over and over again, according to Complex, while and he responded back quick, huh? Ack was still live on stream. He received a surprise from Rick Ross. Was it like 2 hours later? And again, that pretty decent response, man. I'm vibing with that flow or that cadence for real. And Drake born on the 24th, and it's a 24 year, the 24 selection. Just to verify that right there. You see? And Rick Ross checks in with the 40 and reduction. Brings up Lil Wayne. He's like, give some money back to Lil Wayne. And who else? Uh Rap a lot. Rap a lot protects Drake for real. It's a part of the story with Jay Prince, right? And them. But yeah, Rick Ross 40, the 40th prime 173, 173 days after Drake's birthday. Push Ups is released. Ross, could be referred to as overweight. Look, Push Ups. That's interesting right there. And you get kind of like the CO thing with Push Ups, Rick Ross being a CO. That's not really alleged, right? Anymore as a part of this story. And, prisoners do push ups as well. Interesting, right? And watch, I mean, there's more, and this is amazing. There it is. Drake apparently responds to Kendrick Lamar's diss track with push ups. And you see that other surfaced, it says April 13th, but then it says release the 14th. Not sure. It could have been the 13th into the 14th. Who knows? It could have been a midnight thing. But either way, it's landing. And you see it, Champagne Moments. Right there. I mean, decent. The lyric, pretty fire here. N words, laughing. Other than that word, right? But till they hit with my official jab, crack smoke is the exhaust from my pen and pad. Ghost Riders, they get the floss, what you could have had. Record label taking a loss. Are you in your bag? You a worker wanting to chart. Don't make me laugh. Pretty, I mean, fire, obviously not from me, but damn. And crack smoke, remember Biggie with the Puffy connection talking about as I take tokes from the marijuana smoke and talking about possibly being a crack dealer. If I'm not mistaken, I may have heard that from Biggie. And he says BIG a few times. I heard Drake I think Drake may have had a track. I'm not complete. I didn't do all my research here, y'all, but I have some knowledge here, obviously. And Ghost Riders, Biggie's gone, supposedly. Um, but I think Drake may have went over a Biggie beat as well, and some of that's coming up here a little bit. Rick Ross responds back here. Look, he's got the same birthday as J. Cole. Okay? Right? All synced up here as well. Okay? January 28th and the 128's hitting super heavy. Look at that, y'all. Right? J. Cole apologized to Kendrick. The single shooter song with Drake. That Cole verse was pretty good, I think, as well. Drake did all right too. But yeah, look at that. Right? And the middle name Lamar for J. Cole. What are the odds? All right. And Gina Dysart, shout out, brought up a good point. J. Cole kind of looks like kind of has that Lenny Kravitz look going on. And she's hitting a lot on the side as well. And even Conscious X, this looks like Kimbo Slice. And then that musician from back in the day, Gina knows, I forgot the name. Gina brought it up when we were chatting. With the beard, I can't think of it, but y'all can put two and two together, figure that out. And of course, Diddy trending, and then you get the pic of it looks like they're kissing. And this is from a while back. I don't know. Maybe it could be some AI thing, but this pic's been around. So I guess you would say it's known. They solidified it kind of as a fact. It appears that Ross and Diddy are kind of kissing there. And all of these characters are synced up. Aiden Ross is probably synced up somewhere. Betsy Ross with the flag, right? Sewing the flag. Was it on Trump's birthday selection coming up? Something like that. And it was on his birthday. Here it looks like a Diddy party. Is that kind of like a, a leopard print in a way? Possibly. Not here to do symbolism, but possibly, right? Decent, nice looking watches. You see the arm. Diddy's got the arm. Who is that? Is that Bieber? I'm not 100% okay, but it looks like a Diddy. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. You see Rick Ross turning away. It's interesting. We get Biggie, and with some of the lyrics referring to Big and Big like Biggie, and you probably couldn't have both on the main stage. Kind of like you have Fat Joe. And I think I made an error before saying Fat Joe is like the only fat rapper remaining. Well, obviously not, but you got Rick Ross. Big Pun passing, synced up with Fat Joe. And Fat Joe synced up with Joe Biden. And he's trending with Kamala Harris. You get Joe and Joe. But look at Biggie right here. Okay. And again, check the lyrics in the track at Drake. Right? I mean, he's bringing up Big. And he doesn't mention Diddy. But we know what goes up. Look at this. And I remember Diddy, they say slap Drake. This is back in the day a little bit. Slapping, that's kind of feminine. Drake had the pink braids, right? I don't know if they're trying to really make it cool now. Are they doing a good job? Drake said something about not chipping a nail in the diss. He disses a lot of these characters. He mentioned Metro. I don't know if I went into that, but obviously he's responding here. Mentions J. Cole. He said that K Dot stuff. What did he say exactly? I don't know. He was kind of referring to it as weak in a way, I guess. I don't want to like misquote the track here, but you see another Diddy party. You see Drake and Diddy here. We don't know if the stuff's AI anymore. We don't know, right? And this is gonna hurt our work, what we do. Well, my hobby, it is work as well, but this is gonna affect our work, y'all, with this AI stuff. Not saying this is AI, and they've partied. I'm sure you can find several pictures, but we'll see what thumbnail I go with. That might work. I don't know. But look at Biggie here, okay? Right? With the connection here, the big guy and the puffy thing. Look at CO Rick Ross. right here. Look at Biggie. I mean, wow. What do y'all, and they tell us this, but look, are we just to laugh and not see what's going on? What's the play here? Look, Rick Ross and Biggie. What's up? These characters are like they're all related or something, y'all, for real. CO right there, William Roberts, push ups, drop and give me 50. That would be amazing if it said DC 50. DC like politics, right? DC equals 47 like Trump. And he's the second, William Roberts the second or whatever. Like 1-1, DC equals 11. And the second, right? Who is your father? You know what I mean? What are the connections here? What is the relation to all of these characters? We see the numbers. You get CEO Rick Ross, Maybach Music. Is that how you say it? CEO. And he was a CO. And was it really him? Was it really him? Excuse me. Was it really him? On the PC, I can pause the screen recording, which is nice. I don't think I could do that on here, but it doesn't matter. We don't need to. And maybe we can. But look, we don't need to. It better be recording, though, for real. CEO, Maybach. Gina also brought up a nice point when we did a little bit of this research after the live yesterday, briefly. And Maybach kind of said it reminded her of Brokeback Mountain. And you get the M. That's interesting. That's interesting. Is it they say Maybach or Maybach? Either way, that's interesting. And you get Port of Miami, right? It looks like an album. Is he out of Miami? Rick Ross, Port of Miami too. That's interesting. Port. And we're talking about like traffic, Diddy, ships, hitting bridges at the time of championships with college basketball, right? Affecting the transfer of goods, the supply, right? And you get, Port of Miami. They said Diddy was it a LA and a Miami mansion rated? Come on, y'all. Double R, you see the double S, you see the money signs. Some traffic going on. But why don't they want to? This is a distraction. So I just want to help, you know, highlight that at the same time. And there's probably more, Again, they say that's another character already. And of course, how they steal the likeness all the time. And the guy may be cool with it as well, right? We've been deceived. And we know, of course, William Leonard Roberts has the 322, right? You know, right there in reverse with the alphabet. 322, and you get Skull and Bones, founded in 32 as well. Genesis 322, right? We have the knowledge now. Okay? You wanted to hide the knowledge from us. We got the knowledge. Right? Have we become like one of you? Do we want to be like one of you? And it was the 322nd anniversary, Skull and Bones, but that was at Yale's 322nd anniversary last October 9th. They say Skull and Bones is like across the street or something. Something like that. You know what I mean? Secret society. And Skull and Crossbones equals 223. We had a 23 earlier, but besides the point. Rick Ross, Champagne Moments, Drake diss. Where does all of this surface from? It's history repeats. Again, you got the white boy mentioning in the track. Drake, push-ups. You got the big guy, drop and give me 50 Cent. Was Drake saying There's been so many disses lately. Was it Drake saying you're gonna make me act like 50? Something like that. He may have said that. If it was in one of the tracks, again, there's been a lot of tracks. There's the J. Cole 7-minute drill, drop and give me 50. So you got kind of like a military thing. J. Cole born on a military base. Rick Ross, a CO. We don't trust any of these characters, y'all. Like, you can vibe with the music. They're here to deceive. I wouldn't put any money into these characters. This is time. I'm anti-decoding it. And I'm not even, there's nothing to defend here. You know, decode the news. That's what I do. And I'm going to be missing something, obviously. There's always more, right? Maybe I'll try to play a little bit more of the lyrics, possibly real quick. As you see, the slides came together nice. Right there. We'll just run it back and glance again. Take a glance. And then I'll try to play some of the lyrics again. Right here. And Illuminati equals 120, like push-ups and Leonard too. Right? Leonard. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. The Leonard, the middle name for Ross. Double R. So R is the 18th letter, right? Booming lyrics synced up with Metro Boomin. Damn, that hit nice. 49th year of life. Let's go to the nose job thing. Let's go back to the lyrics again real quick. Maybe I'll pull up the Drake one quickly, possibly.
I'm ready, white boy. Huh?
That ready white boy. Let's go right.
The juice. Another white boy at the park wanna hang with the crew. Pulitzer Prize wanna switch it.
I'll just do that. I'll go right here, and obviously it's slowed down a little, but I'm trying to give you all I can here without them hammering down on the video, you know.
Better known as the Charles Schwab. Double R spread through the yard, and I swear to God.
Decent lyrics. It sounds better in full speed, but
Watch you bitches bleed. Feel the pain or just describe where you really ride.
Not bad for real. Let me attempt to pull the Drake one up real quick. Maybe we can get something on that real quick. Okay. Clicking on it right here. Let's see. I'll share it. Here, I'll play this real quick. Let me share. Let me change the speed. We'll get some of these. I don't know if I'll catch the exact Ross, because he had other characters he was talking about as well.
I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan.
All right, we get that.
Pip squeak pipe down. You ain't in no big.
You ain't no big three. That was at Kendrick.
Nigga, get more love in the city that you from, nigga.
Again about Kendrick. I want to see if I can catch that hook.
I rich, you had to run from it. Cash blue, fuck, boy, you tripping, boy. Turn, that was slick as hell. I say, drop your little midget ass better than what I'm living. I'm gonna stay about my business, nigga. Shout out to the hooper
that's about Ross right there, I think.
Drizzy. Spend that little check, you gotta stay about my business, nigga. Shout out to the hooper that be busting out the gritty.
All right. I was trying to see if I can catch that, but you see the track right there, drop and give me 50, right?
We know why you mad, nigga. I ain't even tripping.
And was he taking shots at Kendrick and SZA as well, right?
All that little heartbroken Twitter shit for bitches. Piece it up, top, want a piece of the. Nah, pussy, now you on your own when you speaking up. You don't bro.
All right, so that'll be good right there. That'll be good right there. And again, we'll see if I have to edit it. If not, I can just I'll just slow down the speed and we can continue to show share some of that audio in these. But yeah, y'all. So I hope y'all see it like I do. You don't have to, but that's my case right there. The world is ran on these numbers, and you see all the connections. And of course, I miss more. Rick Ross responds to Drake's push-ups with champagne moments. Says white boy. We got the selection coming up. The OJ thing. The black guy. Nicole Brown. Ron Goldman. You know the white people, right? This is what they do. We had the George Floyd thing before the last election, didn't we? Right around that time. Right around the time, anyways, right? I'm not sitting fact check everything, but says white boy Drake underwent surgery to hide his black features. And you saw the blackface connection, push ups, Pusha T. Come on, man. All right, y'all. Again, there's always more. I'm not perfect. Until next time.